Hey there, and happy Tuesday. So we have all lived through, and maybe currently living in, seasons in our lives where feelings of frustration meet us at every turn. Maybe your work life was feeling more overwhelming than empowering, but you just didn't know where to begin with stepping into something new. Maybe some of your relationships were feeling more depleting than fulfilling, but you found it challenging to imagine disconnecting from people who have had significant space in your life. Maybe the visions you started the month, year, decade, etc. with began feeling more impossible than exciting as you faced all kinds of twists and turns. Well, no matter the scenario, when we find ourselves in one of these seasons, we typically focus more on what we can do than who we need to be to get through it. But it is in the focus on our being that growth and movement happen. And that means asking one really important and often uncomfortable question. What is my reality reflecting back to me? Hi, I'm Sherry Samuels, life coach, teacher, and big old dreamer, here to show you how to reconnect to your authentic voice by reframing your thinking, rebuilding inner trust, and rediscovering your innate curiosity. As we begin to bring healthy awareness to our thoughts, focus on trusting ourselves first, and embrace that innate curiosity, we are taking the steps necessary to create and live our best life. So let's talk about it. All right, now, as I've shared before, when I sit down to journal, I am sitting down to unpack my thoughts and process my feelings. I am inviting an emotional release. The words that land on the pages are not always legible for playback or poetic in nature, but they are me at my most vulnerable. And it is that vulnerability that makes room for the divine to hit me in the gut with questions like, what is your reality reflecting back to you? Yes, that is what came up one morning as I sat journaling about what was and wasn't happening in my world. I had thoughts, I had questions, I was frustrated, I was overwhelmed. And as I wrote, it didn't occur to me that I had become my biggest roadblock. There was no way my reality, the things that were not unfolding as I thought they should, were a function of me needing to learn something, to shift something, to show up in some new way. As much as I struggled to admit it, everything I saw around me was indeed a reflection of everything I was feeling inside of me. My reality was reflecting a belief that I could not, should not, and therefore would not. I did not love the truth of that reality, but as the saying goes, the truth will set you free. As painful as it was to look at my reality and get honest with myself about my role and how things were and were not unfolding, taking the time to do so created space for the healing and growth that was necessary for me to step more into the woman I was created to be. Now, as much as I would love to say that diving into that question one time shifted everything and I haven't again experienced one of those seasons of frustration, that would be a big old lie. Here's the thing. As much as we want our growth to be this one and done kind of effort, I want to remind you that our growth is ongoing. As we consistently do the work to connect to and own our authentic voice, we become more adept at showing up fully for each new season of our lives. So, as you head into the rest of your beautiful life, I want you to set the intention to pause and ask yourself, what is my reality reflecting back to me? In times that feel challenging, be open to receiving answers that create the healing you need. And to take it a beautiful step further, in seasons of ease, allow your spirit to ground into the truth that you are co-creating something empowering, transformative, healing, and perfectly you. Now, if you are ready to go deeper into that personal growth journey, exploring your current reality and how you can shift that to get more of what you desire in your life, I want you to visit chrysalidcoaching.com to schedule a complimentary consultation where we will talk about where you are, where you want to be, and how I can support you in getting there. I am Sherry Samuels, the voice coach, and this was your thought for the week.